even there was races where Chase was better, then he leveled up. Like Seattle, when I watched, Chase came from fourth, got into first, and then Coop kind of stalked him and then got him back. It was like a repeat of the year before.
Yeah.
Like
exactly
literally hugging the
same,
inside
dude.
before the finish line.
I met a Gypsy.
What do you make of Coop?
Coop? Oh,
Like, how good, from your perspective, how good is he?
he's phenomenal. But more just, I mean, I'm trying to not say what everyone else says, but fuck, he is a dog, right? Like, we all know that. But he's just, like, you watch Coop, and you don't, like, your jaw's not on the floor, right? Like, you're not like, oh,
Literally
that was,
never.
like, that
Not
was
one
insane,
time.
right? Like,
Yeah.
of course he's going fast.
Yeah.
But it's his racecraft and just, dude, he's a little pit bull. Like, when we're on the start line, I will talk to Coop during practice, and then see when it comes to main event time, he will look through you. Like, he won't even, he's so locked in, like, it's crazy. And, like, even Salt Lake, I was next to him on the gate, but I don't even say anything because I'm, like, locked in too. But that's just what works for him. Like, he is, and he's just, he just makes it happen at the end of the day, you know? He always has. Just, you know, even the cards were against him a bit at the beginning of the season with injuries, and, like, it's crazy to think. I was, like, seeing some stats or whatever. Like, he's got 3 Supercross championships, and that's more than Bubba and Chad.
Bubba, Chad, Eli.
Like, that's insane. So, no, it's cool, though. He's made a lot of sacrifices, I think, this year with his program, and he looked pretty lean this year.
Yeah.
I think the team was pretty hard on him about that.
Yeah.
But
no more yeast mode, bro.
yeah, he earned it, you know? Like, even there was races where Chase was better, then he leveled up. Like Seattle, when I watched, Chase came from fourth, got into first, and then Coop kind of stalked him and then got him back. It was like a repeat of the year before.
Yeah.
Like,
exactly
literally hugging the
same,
inside
dude.
before the finish line.
Yeah.
So, nah, he's just a freaking great, determined little pit bull.
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty special, man.
Yeah.
And, like, if you think about, one of the things I find, like, the craziest about the situation is 2019 was his first 450 title. 2025. So 6 years in between. And there's been all these other dudes that have won the title. And it's like, he probably shouldn't win one. Like, realistically. Versus Chase Sexton, versus Jet, versus Eli, versus... Like, the guys that he's up against on paper, he shouldn't be able to beat them 6 years later.
Yeah.
And just
That's pretty
does it,
good.
dude.
And 29 years old. That was
Yeah.
another one.
Yeah.
Someone else was 29. Was it Tomac?
I think Comac was
Yeah.
29, yeah.
So, no, it's cool to see. It's cool to see. It's a hard thing to do. Like I said, for one, staying healthy. 2, he was battling some injuries at the beginning, but he stuck with it and got it. And it's not easy. Like, Chase is unbelievable, you know? We all, I think, scratch our heads sometimes with Chase because he's that good. But sometimes you need the whole package with a little bit of the, you know, just a little bit. I think just Coop had a little bit more of the mental side, you know?
Yeah.
But,
Man, those few days at Star, like, I've known Coop forever. Like, since he was probably 14 was the first time I met him and hung out with him, right?
Yeah.
So it's like, when you go that far back with somebody and you're cool, then you're like, when you're seeing each other, it's, what's up, dude? You know, there's like a certain way you interact. Tuesday, Wednesday at the farm, it wasn't until the Wednesday after he'd finished riding for the week that he was like, hey, bro, what up? You know, just fucking...
Oh, yeah.
So zoned in.
Yeah.
And it's hard to be that locked in. Like, that's a lot of mental discipline to just not even step outside the box and say hello to a friend.
Yeah.
Just to be that focused.
Yeah.
And that's 17 weeks on. You know, that level of commitment, I think that's the intangible things that people don't understand. And there's probably some great riders in the 450 class, like maybe Kenny's never even stayed that locked in. You know, like, maybe there's some guys that are so brilliant but have never won a 450 championship, and it's because that level of mental commitment is something that is very, very, very hard to keep going, you know?
No, it is. It is. It's just sacrifice in it. It's hard. It's hard, but he's done a really good job, and 29 years old too. It's pretty cool. So,
do you have any thoughts about the injury side of things, like what they could do? Because you have like a Austin Faulkner crash, and then you have a Jet ACL. It's like two opposite ends of the spectrum. And okay, so how do we account for that? Like the Jet stuff, you're never going to get rid of. Like that could be any day, any practice track, any, and then you have the other just like huge catastrophic crashes.
Yeah.
It's like, is there anything at this point that you can do to try and get dudes through 17 rounds?
I don't know.
It's pretty hard.
I don't know.
Eh?
It's hard. You can say tracks, you can say bikes, but at the end of the day, it's just these things happen. I don't know how to prevent it. Like, I was almost going to say, like, I'm already wrong, but I was going to say, was there less crashes at the elevation races with the bikes being slower? But, I mean, you had Davies and Smith and then Oldenburg. It was like...
Dude, it was carnage.
Dude, qualifying was gnarly during it. I'm like, I just need to make it to the night show.
Yeah.
And it was last round. Usually people are a bit more relaxed last round. Like, let's just... it was
bro.
crazy. But, yeah, I don't really have any great ideas to make it safer. I mean, you can always do tracks and, but sometimes they mellow them out, but then you're riding them faster, so the crashes are kind of bigger.
Yeah.
Then sometimes you make them slower, more techy, where you're going more up and down, but then that's also dangerous, So it's hard. But I'll give Dartworks some credit. They crushed the whoops this year. I only did 5 rounds, and it was nice to have some whoops that were just like, in the main event, you could jump them, but it was a bit faster to skim them. Like, that was sweet. I was pumped on that.
That is how it should be.
Yeah. You don't want the whoops to be a factor where if you can hit them, you can, get the advantage. So it was cool to see that, every race that I did was like that. So it was cool.
You just finished watching a clip from the full 3-hour podcast. You're on our Clips channel. The full podcast live on the Gypsy Tales podcast channel. It's linked right here. Go over to that channel, give us a like, give us a subscribe, and make sure you never miss a full episode of the Gypsy Tales podcast. If you don't want to watch it on YouTube, you want to watch it on the go, you can also head to our iTunes or Spotify to get the full 3-hour podcast in audio format.
I met a gypsy.